Hello, nice people! Welcome in this new stream of, well, playing a game. This time it's not really RPG Maker. I was used to playing games from the para server made with RPG Maker, so I'm not used to not RPG Maker game actually, but I already played the other game from the developer. I will use the name on the site, so Empty World Games. Empty World. I already played the other game, Village Must Fall, which wasn't made with RPG Maker, I'm pretty sure. And this game also doesn't seem to be made with RPG Maker. If it is, no, it's not. Yeah, I can see from this option. I forgot which system. Hi, Louis. Hello. Yeah, I forgot what system you were using for this game, which engine. I heard that you tried a new one for that. I will keep the default option. Maybe I should increase font size, because it's pretty small here on the full screen. Okay, but not on full screen, it's a little big. Okay, so I think that's the right option for full screen. Twine. I never heard of that outside of you telling that on Discord. Twine, let's see. Ah, okay. I should try some game development tools on stream. I might try it. Not all of them, but most of them, anyways. Oh, interesting. Does offer a default system for saving. Also, pretty neat the default system for saving. Can I save on the main screen? Okay. And that's it. I don't know anything about the game. Only that the rain might sing sometimes. And yeah, I never read the description of games that I'm about to play, because I will have more surprises for myself. I just know there are 2 characters in the game, but that's it. Next Twine game will have a better UI template. Well, the default one, it's not bad. Well, depends though on the style, because even the default RPG Maker option menu, it's nice, but yeah, it might not be in line with the game theme after all. So let's start. The game doesn't have music. I used my usual music for the background. Let's go. A disclaimer. Okay, adventure in Italy in 1922. Reference purely for context. Any reference to real events is intended to be coincidental. Okay, look, a legend from northern Italy. Ah yeah, I almost forgot this was a game based on a legend. I almost forgot about the Halloween contest, to be honest. The translation was done with the support of AI. Ah, I wasn't expecting you to tell this, to openly confess this one. Because I must admit, I translated, that's my exploit keeper with AI, but I then double-checked everything to be in line and edited a lot of things. So I get translating the base one with AI, so you will translate the game faster, because translating the text of the entire game is a lot of work. Oh, Wind Rider game, welcome back, welcome. Thanks for the following, really appreciate it. honest. Really appreciate it, because I hid the truth about my translated game, Exploit Keeper. But because it's such an... requires a lot of effort just to translate a game. And using the AI didn't seem such a big problem, since I can double check everything to see if dialogues are okay. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Translated but carefully checked. Okay, that's the important part. Even if I did a similar thing, please allow me to speak about myself. I really like to find a lot of. I really like when streaming finding some ways to talk about an argument, or sometimes I get inspired by streaming and I talk about an argument. I wanted to say that even if I did this thing, I would never do it for a more ambitious game, because for example for the Respawn Banter, which I'm developing, I'm not using the AI to translate from Italian. I'm instead writing in English to be sure that I get the right way to express. After all, the priority for a game should be English, unfortunately. And only later I will double check and maybe commission someone like Zoro to double check all the English to be sure that there aren't any errors. So yeah, for Italian games I think that's the right idea, translating with AI, with double checking. But for games that, you know, I don't know, more ambitious game, maybe should have the language, the default language as English. Because yeah, I remember you saying that the game uses a lot of Italian idioms, which might be a problem to translate in English. But I feel like this game is for a contest, so it's rightfully fought in Italian. But usually I think it's a nice idea to start with English, even using idioms, and later worry about the Italian translation. And other people also doesn't even think about Italian translation, like old Pat, I remember, didn't translate Lady Puppet, only Tails then offered himself to translate in Italian. That was interesting. Usually I'd pay the pro. Text-based is too much work. Yeah, that's a problem also for small developers. I think AI may help small developers, but of course you don't need to use it every time. AI might be useful. For example, I sometimes ask the AI a more comfortable way to write some code, for example, or a way of saying a nice idiom in English to help with something, or even keep the joke while translating in Spanish. Yeah, because a person offered himself to translate my game in Spanish, but stopped right at the end, so I needed to ask ChatGPT to translate a bunch of dialogues that went untranslated, because it was such a shame to waste his work. Okay, sorry for the long intro, but I don't think this game will be pretty long, so I think I can take my time. Let's start the game. Thank you for being there. Choose the name of the main character and press enter. Oh, I think he seems like a Ludovico. Suggestions? For better immersion, the young man could call himself by a name appropriate to his origins and time. The most common were Giuseppe, Mario, Aldo, Alberto, Ferdinando, Marcello, Giorgio, Sergio, Franco, Emilio, Giacomo. Ludovico. I think it feels a lot like Ludovico. At the first time I saw him, his name was Ludovico in my head. Oh, hello Testament, nice to see you there. And hello Zoro, I would have done the job for free. Yeah, Zoro was... I also double checked the English version for Respawn Banter. and leaked the game. No, it was really fun seeing him leaking the game, actually. Oh, yeah, but yeah, I'm talking about double checking, not translation. Yeah, because I remember, yeah, Zoro did the entire translation of ElQuest. Canon was Emilio. Oh, okay, here it is at the end. And Emilio is better. Oh, Emilio. And presenter, okay, I forgot about that part. Empty World Games presents As the Rain Sings. Let's save a little too early, but just to be sure. We don't want to lose Ludovico, okay? Emilio. You are familiar with the clanking of the old bus. You are almost at your destination. It makes a peculiar noise as it comes around the last usual bend. The brakes whistle impatiently. The engine takes a wide breath, and everyone in the place dances. Because the rain is singing. Yeah, when someone sings, I think you should dance after all. Sometimes the windows squeal softly, and you open your eyes. The trip from Torino to home was long and tedious. As always. Sometimes you still wonder why you never made up your mind to move to the city. But then, you look at your creased suspenders. That is some hard words. Wait, creased, I think it's some sort of fissure inside the suspenders. Let's see. And almost ruined. Are the ruined suspenders of the wheels, I suppose. Perfect music. No, this one is kinda out of place, but I didn't find. Well, I should. Actually, no, I shouldn't use my standard music for this. That's way better. I should increase the volume, maybe? Ah, okay, I think that works. I will decrease a little just to try not to be too loud. And let's see. Rain music. Then you look at your creased suspenders, your shirt rolled up and yellowed at the neck, and that little tear you hide in your breeches. There's not a penny in those breeches. What is the breech? Ah, okay, your jeans. Okay, I get it. Okay, I actually love reading during streams. So I'm pretty relaxed while playing this game. Let's go. You wave to Inardi, the driver. He nods at you with his usual raised eyebrow. The other is perpetually burned by matches. He's never without a cigarette. The old man. He must have a good pay. The other eyebrow is burned. He smokes a lot. You descend the iron ladders and land in the gravel with wary steps. You don't even look around. You know you're alone. The bus makes a slight detour to Monfalco. Wait, is Monfalco Monfalcone? I think it's Monfalcone, but it's kinda far from Torino. Yeah, it's Monfalcone. Ah, it's the Italian English name. Okay. It makes sense. How not? No, it's not. Monfalco. Monfalcone does exist. Monfalco is a fictional name. Ah, okay, okay. I was thinking it was like the English name, way of calling Monfalcone. Okay, I got a little confused. Because also it was far from Torino. The bus makes a slight detour at Monfalco only when necessary. And since you are there, to the palpable displeasure of the other commuters, it is always necessary. Yeah, I get it. When I take the bus to go to my university, it takes a large detour just to go to Gorizia. If it didn't go to Gorizia, it would take at least 15 minutes less. Because it's so out of the way. When the vehicle has pulled away, after an ungraceful U-turn, there remains the silence of a town bathed in sunset. Gorizia. Oh no! I don't know the legends in Gorizia, but I hope they don't throw early born child from in the halls. Never mind. The newborn child. I was looking I should look later for the English version. The October chill has eliminated all chirping. Only the wind in the ancient trees makes itself heard, lashing the leaves in erratic blows. Ah, so we are in October. Pretty... Yeah, it's the same period of the game development. Because, yeah, the Halloween contest expired on November. Yeah, everything is so poetic. That's why I love the script. Ambience setting text. And unless they are not extremely long. It helps, well, it's poetic. Helps also set the mood every time. Oh, hi there, Lollo. Nice to see ya. We are playing and we are singing under the rain. Not the right name. Oh, I now realize the name is constantly up there. So you won't never forget what this game is about. Should we maybe zoom the game a little? Why not? No! Okay, that's perfect. You speed up soon. No, it's not a problem. I always love reading a nice written dialogue or nice written description. Okay, where was I? One brave cricket seems to resist the autumn and decides to let you know. I don't know why I find it pretty funny. I love this line. I don't know why I love this line. Decides to let you know. Oh, that's why I love reading descriptions. Cray. Thanks. You can't stand insects, especially those that revel in the off-season. Bus stop. The asphalt, old and black, breaks against the uncultivated grass. Only a few meters have been filled with gravel, as if to form a small square, and the only stone bench probably dates back to the Royaume d'Italie. Wait, I need to know. Royaume d'Italie. Ah, okay, it's just Italy rain. Yeah, I'm not very bright in history. Okay, it's in the period of 1861, 1946. Who knows? You think? Perhaps Napoleon himself has rested his butt on it, waiting for the bus. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure Napoleon waited for buses. You know. I'm not really sure if buses were invented in Napoleon era. Not far away, the clock, from its 10-foot height, shows off iron baroques that now impress no one. And then it stands still. The mayor will have to wake up. Oh! We have our first choice. Let's save just in case. Ah! I can't save over another file. Nice to know. I want to look around. I'm not really sure, but I don't think I'm in a hurry. Not many people usually pass by here. However, sometimes you might find some lost coin or a used handkerchief. Today is one of those days. You find 5 lire! Yeah, the old before the euro. Yeah, my grandma still uses lire to compare the prices of items in shops. And 5 lire now doesn't amount to anything. It's just around 1/4 of a cent. But at the period, well, it was a lot. Not a lot. Something. Something. On the right, I can delete on the right. So I can delete and then save. I guess. Ah, and I'm back. What happens if I look around again? Okay, nothing interesting. Okay, so it's not in a form of a book. It's more in a form of a graphic adventure without graphics. Well, yeah, it's called text adventure in that case. I'm sorry. Okay, so we can head to the town. But we can go back, right? If you want. Okay, we could go back if you need to. I don't know if it is intended to go back. But just in case, I won't use it. Testament, you are Mr. Conti's husband. Oh yeah, will we find the Testament again in this game? I suppose not, since it's not a demo. Pretty unfortunate. A road near the cemetery. The road continues straight ahead towards Monfalco. A few dozen meters ahead, you glimpse the first houses, grey from soot. On one side, among the blades of grass, standing imposingly, the wall that surrounds the local cemetery. It's not super tall, but high enough to keep birds away from pulling some stands. In the center is an iron gate, solid and pointed. Nice work, Fezzi. Across the streets is the old house that is used by the caretakers. And we have a lot of options now. Go to the we return back. Go to the cemetery, to the caretaker house, enter Monfalco. So I guess the last one make me continue the game. First of all, let's see. Yeah, we can delete and save. Second of all, inventory. A few coins. Doesn't say the right complete amount. We have the same options. Here's the credit. Okay, we will read them later. At the end of the game. Okay, open map structure. Okay, I'm kinda used to it after playing Billiard Must Fall. Let's just try, we return back, right? Yeah. Let's go to the caretaker's house. The house is made entirely of stone. Looks like an old barn, and perhaps it really was. Looking at the attic reveals massive wooden beams that have seen better times, and the attic wall looks like it was never finished. A more human-sized closed door has been carved out of a large main door. A tightened latch can be glimpsed in the crack. Wait. Why do you carve a door on an actual door? A tightened latch. Which crack? On the crack of the carving of the door, perhaps. It's identical to Willard Must Fall, but it's a different engine, as I understood. Still, it works pretty well. Well, I just started, but it's nice. It's interesting. It's like exploring through text a city. Okay, we can go to the cemetery now. Cemetery gate. You stop in front of the gate. You can see the cemetery in the twilight's dim light. You often observe it from your window. Oh? What do you mean? Ah, so maybe he lives nearby. Inside those walls, a few gravel paths branch out, leading directly into the woods, as if offering a more interesting way out for bored souls. That's pretty thoughtful. Stone and wooden crosses, a couple of low-cost family mausoleums, a small central altar for ceremonies. Really nothing interesting. I can enter. Do I have something to do here? Why not? Let's go. The gate is closed, as expected. The opening hours have remained the same for years, even since the old caretaker was in charge. Now, he lies inside, not far away, but unfortunately, he has no intention of getting up to open for you. Because he's dead, right? Did I get that right? Yeah. Okay, let's return to the street and we can go to Monfalco. Ne. Via Mazzini. Oh, also Via is keeping staying in Italian, but I think it's right. I don't know if they call it like Mazzini Street. The main street of Monfalco welcomes you as it has every day for the past few years. Okay, so at the start, for me it seemed like this Ludovico, my name, went here just 1 or 2 times. But now that I read this text, it's not like that. It's like he's returning home from work, maybe, or from a vacation, a trip, a work trip even. The houses embrace you, a small safe place in the middle of the countryside. The facades, however, are increasingly filthy. The continuous noise of the sewers fills the air from the main halls. Fortunately, not the smell. The only point of interest is the bar, a few steps away. To the side, a cul-de-sac. Oh, I heard the term cul-de-sac just yesterday. Only yesterday. And I still don't know what it means, wait. I heard the term cul-de-sac, right? Ah! I never knew it was a way to call dead end. Ah, dead end, cul-de-sac. That's new for me, but that's cool. It's from French also, cul-de-sac. But it's used in English. I like this term. Vicolo Diego. Diego, wait. My cool is very such. No, because yeah, cool and suck. It's like the ass of a bag, and not really something I really want to think about. Didn't you know it? That's interesting. To decide how cool the suck houses a couple of garbage cans resting on the nearby wall. That house with peeling plaster and cage windows houses the apartments where you also live. Let me check the plaster. Ah, okay, yeah, type of how do I call it? The thing you place on walls. And drawings, I have an offset keyboard and I miss some keys. Offset? What do you mean offset keyboard? I don't know. Hello, I'm Veltroni from Astora. Is it that one from Dark Souls? Wait. Oh, I can return to the cemetery. Don't know how. Why? Ah, I return back. Okay, okay. I can go to the bar or enter the house. Let's go to the bar. Ah, okay, no, I thought you change it, use the program for the keyboard. No, you just moved it away. Yeah, it's really hard to write on the keyboard while you are not right in front of it and you are not watching on the front of it. For example, when I write something on the other screen, it's kinda difficult. In any case. Let's go to the bar. And let's save. The door titters. The glass vibrates loudly. The hinges squeak. The bar is the ultimate hangout. Those who play cards, those who read newspapers, those who enjoy the last glass before going to dinner. Those who play cards, it's a reference to the Michael Primo game, is it? No, never mind. On the bar, the radio sings one of those new American jazz songs that even we are beginning to copy. Ettore, the bartender, dances on the spot. He is so proud of that device. He brought it fresh. I don't think you place a... You could place here the... how it's called... the line, but I think you need to place a space behind and after. Because if it's written like this, feels like a one word. Like a spot here. There should be a space before and after. And if there is a space only after, it's like interrupting a word. Yeah. Not a problem though. Only when he hears the all too frequent news reports about Mussolini does he hurry to turn it off. Now I get the disclaimer. He lost an older brother a few months ago. He was an anarchist. Ettore, on the other hand, wants no part in politics. And you can't blame him. Yeah, also, I don't know if it's a positive thing or not, but I really can't follow politics. I really can't. I try sometimes to make someone explain to me the basics at least, so I might get a better idea in general, but it's too complicated and I prefer avoiding it in general. Okay, I can look around me, make a phone call, I don't know to who, or leave the bar, or eat. First of all, let's look around. There are not many patrons, but those few you recognize all of them. Anyway, you're not looking for anyone in particular, and after a couple of greetings, you go back to the counter. Well, I should eat something. Oh, that's Ettore! Yeah, it really feels like an Ettore. Ludovico, I have a soup that you will dream about. My mother added shallots. What are shallots? Ah, okay, a type of how it's called? I know, a type of garlic, I guess, or a type of onion. Feels like more onion. Yeah, no, it's a type of garlic. Yeah. Onion? Okay, never mind. I got it wrong. But thanks. Okay, but the soft bread, not like the doorstop from the other day. The doorstop, the gate stop. Rio wants to know your position. Oh wait, yeah, I'm on Falco. Rio wants those doorstop. Okay, interesting way of saying a food. It's really heavy. Make more soffritto. I'm an enjoyer of food you can cook pretty quickly. So pasta, tortellini, or just vegetables in general. But it goes down just as well with the soup. Ettore mimics the act of dripping the bread into the bowl, while with a poker face he expresses an unspeakable pleasure. A born salesman. Okay, interesting way to put dialogues, because usually a book has like a verb for each action, even talking. So if it was a book, it would have been Ettore says, Ludovico answers, and that's it. Ettore replies. But since it's not a book but more of a game, uses something close to a game actually. Usually games have the name over the text, but with a window box. So feels a lot like a video game, which it is, but it's also some sort of a book, a short book. In a few minutes, your hot soup arrives, and it's truly delicious. You feel so much better. Did I pay anything? Oh, I can't take other food. Ah, yeah, yeah, I saw some of them. Theater, or also some film script has that way of writing names. After all, you don't need in a film or a theater to also put the verbs in the names of the character. Maybe you might put in parentheses screaming or quietly, but that's it. Can I look around again? Okay, it's the same. Let's make a phone call. It's not a time to make a phone call. Mommy's fine. Probably. You're not... You're getting me worried now. Let's leave the bar. And enter the house. The door is always open. After a couple of marble steps, there's the ground floor corridor. On the wall, there is no decoration except for a mailbox. On the right, there are doors to 2 apartments. The first of which belongs to your landlady, the widow Miss Conti. Miss Conti, okay. Does she know someone who makes like telequiz No. At the end of the corridor, there's that unsettling little corner where a plaster Madonna is out. Sorry, reading Madonna in English is kind of funny. A plaster Madonna is surrounded by candles. Holy Madonna, okay. We have a lot of things to do. Check the mailbox, knock on the door, observe the Riju shrine, go up to the first floor or exit to the street. First of all, let's check the mailbox. There's mail for you, but the mailbox is locked. I don't have the key. Maybe I should ask the landlady. Let's observe the Holy Madonna. The plaster Madonna seems to enjoy the warmth of the candles. A niche carved into the wall is a must, as the English soldiers say, for the old superstitious ones. Miss Conti dedicates all the care she can to that corner of the holy knickknacks. For my husband, she always says in the local dialect. For... which dialect? Per mio mari? I don't know. Her late husband would not be pleased to know that. To go upstairs, his guests have to make the sign of the cross twice, in his memory. He would have preferred a glass of wine. Do you mean instead of praying you get a glass of wine? Well, why not? There are also new candles hidden among the bricks. A nice way to fill the holes in the wall. Per alme home! I don't know the Piemontese. Me neither. Let's knock on Miss Conti's door. It's not the right time to disturb the kind old lady. She loves getting up at 4 in the morning, and she loves letting everyone know in the loudest way possible, so she might already be in bed. Wait, yeah, I want to let her know too I'm already there. Hello, I'm back in the loudest way possible. Kinda annoying, actually. Let's go on the next floor. The corridor is identical to the ground floor. There are a couple of houseplants here and there. Usually it's your neighbor Bertelli who takes care of them. And indeed, you see him near the window, busy cleaning the large leaves of some plant from the dust. The wooden floor creaks beneath your steps, but the worn-out carpet muffles the noise just enough not to unleash the fury of the egg. What fury of the egg? It's evening, I can still do some sounds. Talk to Mr. Bertelli. Mr. Bertelli is a jolly fellow, but you suspect it's due to the perpetually circulating alcohol. His happy little eyes betray a certain mischief that you've never been able to identify. Might as well play along for a moment to appease him. Bertelli, yeah, it's really a Bertelli. Yeah, old hag. That damn old hag. Oh, hello, young one. Good evening, Bertelli. How's life in Milano? Actually, I work in Torino, but everything is fine, thank you. Okay, it's like I guessed. Ludovico works at Torino and returns home every day. Let's hope that Mussolini... Old Bertelli rattles off the latest news, and you disconnect your brain due to exhaustion. Yeah, social interaction does this a lot to me. You have no desire to talk about the squads that are wreaking havoc in the working class neighborhoods in the city, or the workers' demonstrations being dispersed in blood with baton blows. Even less do you want to tell Bertelli that his own son ended up in the hospital 2 days ago. You know Renatino well. Ah, it's the son. I like the Italian names. He works as a sweeper right under the headquarters of your newspaper. That fateful day, when he's not got involved in one of those violent incidents, will stay with you forever. And tell your dog not to pee on the flower pots, huh? My pet... Why this name? Why between all those names? Pepe! That's the best name for a dog. Pepe! Pepe, no! I took a good continuation. Thanks, Testament. And see ya next adventure. Pepe. You know why? Yeah, and I love it. Weird that actually Pepe comes out a lot in the community. First time it happened was in the RPG Maker game about Monster World. Was like a monster called Pepe, which was the mascot. Also, we had the Pepe emoji on Discord. Then there was Pepe on that DLC. And only later, it appeared on that other game, Kiss Destiny. So Pepe really is another meme of the server. Pepe is a great gigabow. You sound like CEO this time. My Pepe has manners, Bertelli. Guaranteed. You bid your neighbor farewell. That should be enough. Let's see if we can meet Pepe again. Can we talk again? No need to incite another empty conversation. Okay, you're right. Let's enter my apartment. You have nothing to hide or protect, as Miss Conti is deterrent enough for thieves. So, the door is always open. Of course, this could be a problem if your dog, Pepe, were to find out. It's probably best not to inform him. Pepe! That's our Pepe. It's the perfect Pepe face. You open the door, and as always, Pepe barks happily. He darts towards you, wagging his tail and starts jumping. Hey, where's my good boy? I hope you can pet the dogs. It's a requirement. Pepe continues to circle. I love a dog named Pepe. I love reading the name every time. Pepe continues to circle around you in response. You already know where he wants to go. Did you behave with the old hag? Did she give you some good meat? You take the Labrador by the cheeks and shake him vigorously. This time, he just can't seem to calm down. I know you want to go out. Let me at least freshen up first. Pepe barks, launching himself on at the open door. Don't you dare! Pepe dares! Wait, I need to take a screenshot here. Pepe dares! Sometimes I love simple but effective short words. Really, it's just a name and a verb. But it's so funny. It's so funny. I'm not an expert, but I really like this kind of writing. Simple but effective, and at the right moment. It's the only phrase with a name and a verb. The shortest one, but it's in the most effective place. In the blink of an eye, he's already on the corridor stairs. He dared. Pepe is used to go out alone, and is not a danger to anyone. He usually heads toward the outskirts of the town. Either way, it's better to retrieve him as soon as possible. Ah, okay, this one is... Ah, because I'm in the apartment. You can later, okay, that's all I need. Your home is little more than rundown, but clean. The house must be at least 100 years old, but the stones are tough to die. The restored wooden floor makes everything seem much cozier. A wood-burning stove for cooking is the only way you have to warm up, and next to it, a patched armchair is your little corner of paradise. The iron bed, placed along the opposite wall, is a bit rusty, but the blankets are warm. Upon reflection, you're lucky to have a landlady like Miss Conti, who even takes care of your dog, in addition to washing your few clothes. Of course, she doesn't do it for free, but those are painful details. We have a lot of options, but I think we should go looking for the dog, for Pepe. You know, for Pepe, for sale. But I want to check the options. Sit in the armchair. It's not time to relax. Okay, every dialogue will be like this. No? The desk. Your small desk. Kindly provided by the landlady. Can I try opening the drawers? Oh! Yeah, I can. Here you keep a pen to which you are attached. You don't use it. It's empty, but it reminds you of the first day you showed up in the newsroom. Empty? Kinda sus, because pens never empties. They usually get stuck or stops working before emptying. That armchair was so buggy. Why so? Because you can't... There is a condition where you can't sit on it while the dog is outside. Lebdomadario. A scandalous rag you turn to for lack of other ideas after several unsuccessful attempts. Truth to be told, it was a weekly insert, born from a rib of the Gazzettino di Torino. Then the director, Mr. Cesena, decided to go it alone. I don't know if it's a way of saying or go it alone doesn't sound right. To run it alone, maybe? And told his superiors to go to hell. Armchair is an important multi-flag room. Okay, I imagine since later when you retrieve the dog, you can sit on it. Probably. Cesena is a strange guy. And that day he had taken one too many drinks. You hadn't even started talking, and the ink from that damn pen started staining the pocket of your shirt. Cesena laughed heartily. He asked if you happened to be a satirical cartoonist, and took you on board. It was only the next day that he realized you were a serious writer, and only a week later did he ask for your name. The pen is still there, with its little bundle of memories and the signed contract. Oh, that's pretty nice. I love too saving the memories. Just to remember. For example, I have an entire section of my library here dedicated to memories. If I could remember them. I'm not really sure, but let's try. I took 3 random ones, almost random, just for make an example, because I love those things. For example, Those Dolphin is from... I forgot. Maybe Bibione. No, not Bibione. I don't really remember. It's not a right... maybe it's not... saving memories if we don't remember. Okay, another one. Yeah, okay, this one was the cover of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards when I played Yu-Gi-Oh, for example. And this is a coin from the Nintendo shop before it was closed. So I have all sorts of memories or objects saved in a corner. So when I look at them, I remember something. Cesena ride di gusto. Lags heartedly. Was it? Oh wait! That's the joke! Wait! In Italian is it ride di gusto? Oh, I hope so. I hope so. That would be pretty incredible. I should read it again later in Italian. Awesome. Second drawer. As you hoped, behind some papers, you find more tobacco. In a few moves, you've already rolled a cigarette. You're trying to cut down on smoking, but it's never easy when no one is forcing you. I shouldn't have checked there, maybe. Okay, a little note for by myself. Would be interesting if the engine had another section here, which was the note section. Would be pretty nice to have another icon there. You press it, you open up, I don't know, a way to take notes. Because, for example, you open the notes and you write Sisina to remember who is this guy. Because if I find it later, might help me remember who is this Sisina. I'm not saying it for the game doesn't really need it, but I was thinking it would be a pretty nice addition for the base engine. Because I would surely use it. Because for some streams I use a document to keep some names. So I would surely use it. It was just a suggestion. Wasn't saying that the game really needs it. But yeah, I think some people might use it. Let's open the window. The air is cold. The leaves from the surrounding woods flutter randomly, dirting the streets of Monfalco. Below you, a little further away, it's the cemetery. It's quite fortunate to have it so close, in case you ever feel the need for a walk among the flowers, or to socialize with quiet and understanding people. Wait, you don't mean socializing with dead people, right? I don't know if the cemetery is the right place to relax, you know. It's not exactly a sea view. There he is, the furry rascal. He slipped between the graves again. Ah, okay, so you needed to watch in the window to get a hint to where to go. And even on the feminine side, the connoisseur. Oh, I wasn't expecting this game to be so funny. Oh, I'm loving this game. Okay, let's go to the bathroom. The bathroom is small. There's nothing interesting. Just like in all bathrooms. Every morning, that mirror reflects a pale face. Oh, that's a nice touch. Adding the portrait because you see the mirror. A bit gaunt. Gaunt, which means... okay. I don't know, the skinny, maybe, might be a right term. Every morning, the mirror reflects a pale face. which looks 30 even though it's only 23. 23! No, doesn't show 23. More like, well, yeah, 30. Yeah, living with the old egg isn't that stressful, says Ludovico. 30 years. No, 23 years, never mind. I was trying to make the meme. We are in 1922. People actually... Yeah, looks way older. That's weird. So now people looks less older. Maybe because they usually didn't cut the beard or the buff. Wait. I forgot how to tell Buffy. Ah, mustache. That's, of course. Yeah, maybe at the time they dressed more elegantly. They never cut the mustache. Maybe. I'm not really sure. Buffy! I don't think that's an English term, actually. Despite stubbornly shaving every day to appear younger. Okay, never mind. It contradicted my theory. Even if doesn't seem to shave, actually. Okay, maybe only the beard. Sometimes the mirror teases that young man, especially for the little mustache he insists on keeping, thinking it's trendy in the city. Let's inspect the laundry. A revelation! The pants! You picked up the mail just 2 days ago, and you were wearing those pants. In a pocket you find the mail key! Okay, now we have 3 items in the inventory. And to end it up, let's freshen up. A splash of water on the face always feels good. Clears the mind. Sometimes. Let's check again the basket. You really should get those clothes washed. You have 2 shirts. Maybe this Sunday. And let's leave the apartment. I want to check again the window. Yeah, it's the same, okay. The armchair is the same too. Let's leave the apartment. And let's go to the ground floor. I should check the mailbox now. With the key, you unlock the mailbox and open the door. The envelope is peculiar. It doesn't seem like a regular private letter. Ah, yeah, it's slightly thick. It's like it contains something. Unusual letter. What is it? Can I open it? Maybe on the couch. But first I should reach the dog. Let me save. Let's go to the cemetery. It's the same, okay. Hey, okay, that's a different dialogue. Okay, one thing that it's slightly annoying is that you don't know which text you already read and which you didn't. I don't know how to approach this problem. Maybe, I don't know if it's possible, maybe like coloring in blue, in dark blue text already read, or a different color. I don't know, I think a different color for the already read text might help. I don't know, something to not check every time if I already read something. You stop in front of the gate. You can catch a glimpse of the cemetery in the twilight, and there in the distance, Pepe is happily hopping among the graves, playing with something, probably a twig. Yeah, let's go. The gate is closed, as unexpected. Maybe I should check where it is. The gatekeeper house. Now it's different. Okay, now it's different. Now I can knock on the door. Technically, making less text is better for those games, but kinda hybrid. Yeah, I never thought it was too much text for a section, actually. But I would really help a way to know if you already read the text. It doesn't need to be a color of the text, after all. Might even be like an icon on the corner of the page. An icon that appears here if you did read or didn't read the page. I don't know, I think it might help. Let's knock on the door. The whole gate shakes under your knocks, although they are not so loud. No one responds. Mr. Grimaldi! You knock a few more times to no avail. Thinking it's impossible to make dev skill. Well, you just started to try this engine after all, so maybe if you really like this engine and we continue using it, maybe you will get to know more tricks. But in any case, doesn't really matter after all. Doesn't really matter after all. You know that you have to backtrack to a specific zone and you don't stop to read the dialogue. Unless there is a random event happening in the middle, but in that case you can just like placing an image so the player doesn't think the page is the same. Yeah, I think you can easily do without those things. Yeah, but I think images might help the player know the text is not the same. Again, it's not a problem since the player will surely read dialogues that are from a option that they never tried, of course. The only problem is when the player backtracks and an event happens in the middle, but I think there are other solutions for that. For example, a different choice in the previous room, or just an image. Or an intermediate page, maybe. Yeah, there are a lot of solutions. Suddenly you hear the sound of footsteps from behind the house. Footsteps in the grass that for a moment make you wince. If you keep this up, you will break down the door, you know. A female voice. Yeah, a pretty bad cough. She's doesn't feel pretty good if that's her voice, actually. A female voice, subtle and unfamiliar, caresses your ear. Yeah, caressing. Really caressing. The girl approaches you, slowly, staying close to the wall. The shadow prevents you from seeing her face, but you are pretty sure you don't know her. I'm sorry, miss. I'm a bit in a bit of a hurry. I'm trying to... Miss Grimaldi is at the bar. You're looking for him for the dog, aren't you? Aren't ya? Before you can answer, the young girl jumps in the middle of the streets, like a little girl looking for butterflies. I see. Quite a nuisance, isn't it? She replies without looking at you. Yes, sometimes I would like a cat, sleepy and peaceful. No! My cat is everything but sleepy and peaceful. It does like wall jumps. Almost, yeah. The cat also does wave dash, almost, in my house. My cat is so lousy. You answer her, raising your voice to cover the distance. Don't get a red one then, they are real monsters. Are there red cats? Then she retraced her steps, and your curiosity is satisfied. Isn't she lovely? Ah, yeah, I saw her already. That's a really interesting design. Not design, I don't think there is a term for the face design, but I really like her expression. It's so unique. She had never met such a deep in your heart, never a faint until that moment. But the stranger stirs something indescribable in you. A round little face, prominent cheeks, enhancing a thin mouth. Big eyes, what color it is impossible for you to say, yeah, because it's black and white. And well-groomed hair. That's weird. Why are there underscores? Albeit, buff that you noticed, with a rather unfashionable hairstyle. Heh! Country girls! No, it's a nice hairstyle. Oh. Here. My name is Ludovico, young lady. You are Grimaldi's niece, I suppose? I suppose. Hey. Me? His relative? No, what an idea! She loves sugary. She looks like one of those movie divas. Not the heroic and emancipated ones from Germany, but the scatterbrained and romantic ones from Hollywood. A great strength of spirit sips from her answer. Surely 10 times yours, you think. My name is Bianca, I am his caregiver. You see, Miss Grimaldi often has leg problems and... Pepe's insistent barking from the nearby cemetery brings them both back to reality. Too bad. Wait, is that peccato? Peccato! Peccato! Too bad. They were pleasantries, but you were enjoying them. You'd better go get your friend. Find Grimaldi at the bar. We'll chat later. You nod. Thank you, Bianca. You're welcome. I will wait for you there. Don't be ridiculous. It's starting to get cold and you don't even have a coat. Bianca spins around, feigning offense. She's pouting. At least that's what you think. You're not very knowledgeable about female psychology. Well, who is, actually? Oh, you want to deprive me of this coquetry? Don't you care to see me again? No, she feigns really offense. What's coquetry? I guess some sort of talking, of dialoguing. Is it the right word? Never mind. I didn't mean that, of course. I will gladly see you again. I was just kidding. You are so funny, Ludovico. Great, now she's teasing us. And not to spoil things further, you smile uncertainly. Give her a quick bow with your head and head for the bar. She's still giggling. The diva. She's so nice. I don't know the right term. An interesting person, of course. Okay, so we are back in the caretaker's house. We should go to Monfalco and the bar. And now I can look around me. So I could also make a phone call later. Let's look around. Miss Grimaldi? Mr. Grimaldi. Who is this guy? Okay, yeah, it's surely a gravekeeper after all. Yeah. Well, feels more like I don't know. I don't know, feels like more from a western. An expert shooter in the western. The first hunter. Yeah, feels more like an hunter. Someone an elite with guns. Veteran is the right term. Mr. Grimaldi is there, as Bianca told you. Wrapped in a shrunken and somewhat dirty coat, the cap on his forehead, he is warming himself with what by the smell looks like a good tangerine punch. You are my neighbor. Yes, sir, good evening. You ran out of your dog in the cemetery and want my help. I don't think that's right. You ran out of your dog because running out of something means you don't have a lot of them. So running out of your dog, I don't know if it's another way to saying it, or just means you are starting to lose dogs. I don't know. Not really sure though. I would double check this phrase. How do you... Do you think I'm dumb? This is probably the 6th time this has happened. Oh, really? Dovico, at least you have to know. Yeah, you lose... I think it's lost because it's in the past. Well, because Ludovico lost his dog right before this event. Yeah, although usually Miss Conti comes to take it back. Ah, she never told me that. Well, I might even adopt him. That big dog. That big Pepe. Apologizing, you interrupt the conversation, asking that big man if he can lend you the keys for just a minute. He hesitates, lets out a silent belch, and ponders. Let's do this. One favor for another. Get me a clean candle right away. And in exchange, I will come to remove the chain. Candle? But he will repay, you will see. And you better hurry if you don't want some neighbor to call the authorities for the racket of the trapdoor. For what? He will repay. What does a trapdoor... I don't get why the trapdoor is... Which trapdoor? Told you I'm an English disaster. No, for now it was pretty good. I'm not really an expert in English grammar, but nothing came to mind while reading. No errors came to my attention. Without adding a word, Grimaldi gets up, leaves a couple of coins on the counter and steps out into the street, pulling his hat down over his bald head. He's evil! Or he's Lollo, or both. Actually, yeah, both. Doesn't seem that bald to me now. Maybe only the head is bald. Not the sides. Well, I know where to find the candles. Near the shrine. Okay, I'm sorry, Madonna. Let's grab a candle. Miss Conti probably won't ever notice. Hopefully, not even Jesus. Or La Madonna. It would be awkward to have to explain. Well, it would be awkward meeting Jesus, actually. But would be pretty nice. Votive candle has been added to your inventory. Okay. We can return to the cemetery. Oh? Not there? He went away. He's back to the bar? No. Should I call him? No. Cemetery again? Maybe I try to enter. He's right at the entrance. Easy! Well, if you didn't get it from the voice. Your steps on the gravel are heavy. Mr. Grimaldi looks up and smiles, inviting you to approach. Are you approaching me? Pepe barks, grabs his toy again and rushes toward you, skillfully dodging the tombstones and at breakneck speed. He's having a great time. If only he knew how tired you are. You broke the candle. Very good. Yes, sir. Can I have my dog back now? Oh, with many apologies, once again. Come, lad. Place it there. Mr. Grimaldi extends his hand, as big as an elephant's ear, towards the tombstone behind him. You observe it, bare, with only a date. October 25, 1921. Exactly 1 year ago. Oh wait, it's his son, is it? Yeah, he was talking before about the son who died. I forgot how though. Is this candle for this it's me. Is the candle for this person? Well, you're a sharp one. He chuckles, revealing rather sharp teeth. Oh no. Grimaldi's forehead wrinkles. His sparse hair ruffles with a sudden breeze. You think it's about time to end this, because the situation is starting to give you the chills. You are well aware of the power of suggestion, and being with such an unsettling man is in an equally dark place with a candle in hand has a certain effect. You have a couple of matches in your shirt pocket. It bothers you to waste one. Do you know why I asked you for this? You shake your head, placing the lit candle on the nondescript tombstone. It requires respect in this world. More sensitivity, more prayer. Even this is weird, it requires. There's no subject. Maybe it is required. Maybe just a general way for saying the world needs more sensitivity and prayer. Mr. Grimaldi, I agree with you, but it's really dark. I am distraught. Yeah, more respect is required in this world, yeah. That's more correct. Yeah, this I don't think it means something. Young ones, always in a hurry, always rushing. Mr. Grimaldi shakes his hand in a farewell gesture and reveals his crooked teeth. The wide-brimmed hat flutters almost as if it has a life on its own. Truly a bizarre sight. Off you go, kid, before I make you recite the De Profundis. You run away, calling Pepe and grabbing him by the scruff. A couple of slaps on the butt won't hurt at home. He's not a child. Then you notice the branch is chewing on with such a determination and decide to use it as bait. You pull it out of his mouth, and Pepe sticks to you like a dog. Once at the gate, you turn around. Grimaldi is gone. He disappeared! Another shiver runs down your spine, and you quicken your pace. What the hell is happening? You're certainly not forgetting about Bianca. However, the lovely waitress has vanished into thin air. You search for her with your eyes at every step, scanning every corner. Then you scold yourself for this behavior. As if you were a little boy. Well, 23 is still young, right? You head towards home, casting a final glance at the cemetery and the caretaker's house. Nothing. No one. Graveyard silence. Quite literally, given the bizarre adventure you've just experienced. The Bizarre Adventures reminds me of something. Pepe's Bizarre Adventures! Louis, now I'm wondering, why did you have a problem for choosing the name of the game? Why Pepe's Bizarre Adventures wasn't the right choice? Why didn't you choose Pepe's Bizarre Adventures? I think it was the only available name. No, never mind. You re-enter the apartment. Nod at a small Madonna, hoping for forgiveness. Need a DLC? DLC for Pepe. Again. And you finally toss the stick into the apartment, allowing Pepe to rush inside, swift as lightning. Finally home. Free. Safe. Your home is little more than run down, but clean. The house must be at least 100 years old, but the stones are tough to die. Ah, it's the same? Okay, it's the same. And now I had a random thought. I would love to make a text-based game for a contest. This game made me want to make a text-based game. I think it will be pretty fun. Also I also think it might help my luck in drawing skills, because even if the drawing skills are really helps the game with picture of the characters, I can lose some. I can lose some effects. Can lose some immersivity for making a game without images, but it's not because I want to make a game without images because well, I can draw well, but because I don't know, I want to try. I really want to try. I might participate in the next contest for the forum with a text-based game. I might try Renpai. No, Renpai is a visual novel. Never mind. I will think about it. You were at 50%. Things become funnier. Oh, I'm not even... I thought I was near the end. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Let's sit on the armchair. If no one has anything else against it, you decide it's time to relax a bit. Fortunately, you don't have to work tomorrow. You think about the last little things before sinking into the armchair. You have the letter. Your cigarette is ready. The stomach is full. Or almost. Ah, I have everything. You collapse onto the armchair with a heavy sigh. You haven't even lit the fire. It doesn't matter. In a swift motion, you extract the rolled cigarette and a match from your pocket, and enjoy the first puffs while opening the envelope. Why there's a Cthulhian sign on the top. Only now, you notice a strange stamp. You don't recognize it, but it looks formal, like those from government offices. It had nothing to do with those nice homemade seals with wax from your literary colleagues. At least those who still love to bask into the 19th century intellectualism that, as far as you're concerned, is dead and stale. Whoa, wow. Still old even for the times. The letter contains an invitation to Super Smash Bros. And now it's an action game. No, sorry, I went ahead of myself. An invitation to a dance soirée in Torino for tomorrow. For a moment you think it's a joke. In truth, you won't stop thinking that. Boo! Smash invitation! Yeah, Ludovico is the next character invited to Super Smash Dorf. We are still in time for new trailers, actually. In truth, you won't stop thinking of that. Yet, here it is. Stiff paper, short, aseptic, noble words, almost pompous. And your name in bold. The invitation to the Salotto della contessa Claretta Chiusini Montalieri. Nice name. Salotto is still an English name? I think I heard it sometimes even in English, is it? Sure, why not? Waldorf week. It's always Waldorf week. You decide it's enough. Your eyes close. The last puff of the cigarette hits your head. A pat on Pepe! And you collapse on the bed. The springs creak heavily. As for Miss Bianca, you will look for her tomorrow. That certain something of hers has captivated you. And in the end, you decide there's nothing wrong with rocking yourself to sleep with thoughts of her. Oh, that's kinda sweet. You wake up at dawn. You're in shape as usual. Those dark circles will never go away. Just like the sarcasm. Before you can say a word, your gaze focuses on something on your legs. It's a bone. A femur. What did Pepe do? Pepe? Horrified, you kick it away, and Pepe jumps on it, catching it in midair. This dog should participate in competitions. Yeah, like Nintendogs one. Oh, I love the Nintendogs. How that bone got there is easy to explain. You brought it last night just to bring the dog home. Because he thought it was a piece of wood. Dazed as you were from fatigue and confused by the eccentricity of old Grimaldi, you didn't realize until now that you were holding a femur, not a piece of wood. After a few moments, your heartbeat returns to normal, and you regain your sanity. You grab that disgusting thing and open the window facing the cemetery. Once you make sure no one is watching, you throw it as far as possible. No, the dog is consecrated a grave, and now a skeleton underground is missing a limb. I'm sorry. While washing your hands at the kitchen sink, Pepe reproaches with a whimper. Don't even try it. Bad Pepe. You rub your hands on your pants. I do it every time when I have dirty hands. Not really right way to do it, but that's the easiest way to clean your hands. The right term to... I forgot. To dry. Okay, yeah, dry was the right term. To dry your hands. Enough with this story. And Pepe will have to come to terms with it. Anyway, you think that the night has brought advice. An invitation to a high society ball, provided it's not a fake. It's undoubtedly Cecina's doing. Your editor-in-chief. He's the only person you know capable of teasing you in this way. It's not the first time he gets you into trouble without telling you anything. For personal purposes. Since you'd bet your life on it, you decided to give him a call. And now you have to go in the bar, right? But first, you sit at your desk because it's your good habit to write a page a day. Every time you want to keep track of your commitments, you know you have to go back to your little desk and take a look at the notes. More than once, it saved you from awkward situations you might have encountered if you had relied solely on your memory. It's not a diary, right? No. Okay, notes for what you need to do. Yeah, I had to update my calendar to take note of what I have to do. Nothing actually, but never mind. Oh yeah, tomorrow maybe I have something to do. but I didn't note it on my calendar, so the entire point of it is pointless actually. Okay, now it's noted down. Okay. You'd better save. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I was intending to save when I had a choice. But yeah, better safe than sorry. Even this morning, as you get dressed, you start to gather your thoughts. Desk, your small desk, kindly provided by the landlady. In your notes, you read, Cal Cesena. Okay. Ah, so the desk is like a way to check my progress. Drawers are the same. Leave. I should wash myself, maybe? Yeah. Again? Just to be sure. Open the window. Okay, yeah, this is different because Pepe is not outside. The weather seems nice. The sun is weak and a fresh morning lies ahead. The village is as quiet as ever. The cemetery, viewed from above, has a certain charm. You've never really taken the time to observe the graves before, but after last night, you can't help but scan the tombstones, searching for the nameless one. You find it with some difficulty, as there's a tree in the way, but you're sure you've spotted it. Your gaze then falls on the nearby caretaker's house. You wonder if Bianca is still at Grimaldi's place, and if you will get to see her again today. You strain your ears, but 30 meters are enough to mask any sounds of a ladle. What's a ladle? Okay, a scoop. The one for cooking. Or after the cooking. Any sounds of ladle or voices, if there are any. That's a nice touch actually, because it's not necessary to watch the window again, but there's a unique dialogue for it. I love the attention to details. Well, it's a text-based game, so the details are usually 99% the text and the writing, but also I appreciate the details of options with different dialogues. You can pet Pepe. Oh wait. Oh, thanks, I didn't check the option here. You spend some time with Pepe, who is always more energetic than you are. However, one of his barks is more than enough to wake you up completely, in case you're still groggy. Again? No, okay. Yeah, I can pet the dog. Oh. Bertelli is not at home today. Miraculously. Okay, this is the same. Can we talk to Miss Conti? Ah, Miss Conti. Good morning, ma'am. Don't step on the dust heaps. No, ma'am. And please don't close the front door. The affection of neighbors is always blessed. Oh, I love this irony. Oh, that's an incredible exchange. The affection of neighbors is always pleasant. Let's check again the shrine. The little Madonna looks at you a bit disapprovingly. Come on, she knows you did a good deed. Sure, prayers on the tombstones of strangers might not fall under the graces allowed by divine law. He hoped that unknown corpse has a good lawyer up there. That's interesting though, because this game has a serious tone. But there are a lot of funny text there and there. Okay, let's leave. The mailbox is empty, okay. There is nothing else? No. Let's go to the bar. Wait, Via Cavour? It's new. But first, let's call. Behind the counter, there is no Hector this time, but his mother. Okay, no, I didn't read because I thought it was the same. The bar, early in the morning, is a warm gathering place for the unfortunate. Look around. At this hour, there's only Mr. Bertelli with a glass of wine, of white wine. The perfect breakfast to digest a newspaper. You sleep away without being seen. That's me, I avoid social interactions. Let's make a phone call. Now he will hear you. You wait for the switchboard to connect you to the editorial. Oh yeah, because they didn't have cell phones, right? To the editorial office of the Lebdomadario, which is in Cecina's terms, those four walls he calls the office. Then his shrill voice pierces your ear. Here is Oriano Cecina, always at work. I'm Ludovico. I'll give you a minute to explain what that invitation from Countess I can't remember smells under the nose what his name means, because I know it's your doing. What kind of name is... I'm curious to see it in Italian later. That's a pretty nice name. Countess, I can't remember... Wow, awesome. Contessa Clarina Ciusini Montalieri, Italy's forbidden dreamers of gigolos. Holy shit, my friend, I can't hide anything from you. I'm more of a bloodhound than my dog, so what kind of trouble are you sending me into? Alright, listen to this, trapper dog. The ticket is fake, but it's exactly like the others. I bribed the prefect's bag carrier, and had a couple of photos taken. I'm sending you in there because I want you to stick your nose into. In Italian it's literal translation, okay, I supposed. But I think it's funny either ways. The tabloid press knows no bounds. It's shameless in its impertinence. The circulations are high, and Lebdomadario is one of the few surviving and gossip about Italian high society. It's incredible, given the violent atmosphere in Roma, but also just in Torino. So make sure to go unnoticed. There will be a lot of people, Ludovico. It's not the usual event reserved for the four cousins who hate each other. Yeah, okay, I was just planning to be bored in bed tonight. Thanks for saving me. And what do you think I should do? Invent a name and a dynasty? As if it were the first time. Come on, you're resourceful, you're the best. Find yourself a companion, a nice flashy car, and a good suit. I'll give you mine, but I don't think about it. No, okay, I think that's a wrong translation. Because I don't think about it, it's... just that, I'm not thinking about it. In Italian, it also means... in Italian also means... I don't think so. The right translation, I think it's... No, it's basically incorrect because this is I would give you mine, meaning I want to give you mine, but there is a problem. But here it is more like I should give you mine, but I really don't want to. So I think that's not the right translation. Ok Lalo, thanks for coming by. And have a nice pepe. Contessa non ricordo puzza sotto il naso, ok. Yeah, that was pretty similar after all. With all the money I give you, you will have a takeout, right? Of course, I gave up 6 months of rent to buy it. Now I'm homeless, but everyone thinks I came out of the Parsinian ateliers. Aha! Awesome! Parsinian always works. Go ahead, show what you're worth. I was sarcastic. He got damn it! You feel lost. Well, maybe with Chiara. Certainly could be a perfect opportunity to invite Bianca. Oh yeah, Bianca, not Chiara, never mind. This new encounter sent from heaven couldn't have come at a better time. But will you find her? Will she agree? As flirty as she is? Probably yes. Decide. I think it's you decide to give it a try and show up at her place with a nice bouquet of flowers. Do I have those? No. Oh! Not really? I should look for it maybe. And in the meantime, you will think about the rest. Somehow. It would be useful, but not essential, to return to the desk to update your thoughts. Okay, nice reminder. Okay, now I need to look for flowers. Also, do you know where she lives? Was it near the cemetery? Felt like the gravekeeper residence. Not residence. The place for working. I don't know. I forgot the name. Let's get an espresso. You greet Aunt Rita with pleasure, as everyone amiably calls the barista. She opened this place about 40 years ago. And their coffee is the best in the world. Okay. We took the espresso. Another one? One is more than enough. Okay, that's right. We can leave. Same dialogue, so we can return in our apartment. Also, now we can examine the plants. Among Bertelli's plants, you find a white lily. It's a good cause, go for it! Lily added to your inventory. And now we have 1 flower out of 5. Let's sit at the desk and... In your notes you read, curses in done, find a decent vehicle, get a tire coat. Tire coat is the dress, I suppose, and bouquet of flowers for Bianca, 1 out of 5. Well, doesn't sound pretty easy. Is there any other things to do? Okay, let's leave. Wait. Let's check again just in case. No, just decorative plants. Down floor. Can I talk again to Miss Conti? You seem pensive. Did you have breakfast? I'm always pensive. How are you? Running late. I set aside some leftovers for your little dog. I leave them outside your door tonight. Thank you. And tell me, ma'am, it's not about the rent, is it? What? No, I was wondering, can you tell me where I can find a tailcoat? Even second hand? Miss Conti lowers her aquiline nose and ease you up. For you, a tailcoat. Oh, don't be mean, it would suit me. Well, I don't care, and I don't know. Oh, okay, sorry for bothering you. As you say goodbye, the hag calls you back without looking at you. What do you need a tailcoat for? Well, I have to go to a dancing evening. How lovely. They still have costume parties. Her obvious interest as a gossip is subtly hidden under her contemptuous tone. But you have learned to know her. And suddenly you have a revelation. You must have attended many balls, haven't you? The lady gets annoyed. Perhaps you pierced her with a lance of dormant memories. Very well. Come with me. Okay, we suddenly awaken something that I hope it shouldn't be dormant. Dormant. Yeah. She opens the door to her apartment, kicks away a couple of cats that came to investigate, and gestures for you to follow her. As she puts the broom in the umbrella stand. Go ahead. It's like entering the witch lair. Or the snake lair. The snake den, okay. The lair is a bit like the Grimm's marzipan house. The walls are stuffed with cuckoo clocks, mirrors, shelves full of jewelry boxes, wicker baskets, Prussian ceramic vases, hand-painted saucers. I don't know what's a saucer. Maybe some sort of painting. Sottocoppa? Ah, okay, a small plate. Okay, now I get it. Hand-painted saucers, glass and wooden knickknacks. Even a Fabergé. Undoubtedly fake. Also, what's a Fabergé? I don't know what it is. Okay, some sort of decorated egg. Yeah, it's some sort of decorated egg with jewels. Okay, I forgot about those actually. The floor is a succession of floral tiles. Terribly kitsch. Also, what's kitsch? Kitsch. I don't know. Doesn't tell me. The translation doesn't work. Never mind. The scent. Okay, a famous and precious egg made for nobles. Okay, that's interesting. I just wonder why, between all things, to gift a noble is egg. They could make a precious anything else other than an egg. Maybe they used to do it for, I don't know, tradition. The scent is a typical one that permeates the homes of the elderly. I know which one. The atmosphere is warm and barely bearable. You know that Miss Conti is well off. That's why you had a revelation. Her deceased husband was a big shot in the Royal Army and must have left his kin in Abyssinia. Ettore told you everything. You would never have thought you'd have to bring out certain memories you thought were useless. Just a note, I think there is a repetition of thought. Here, Miss Conti, quick as lightning, comes out of her room with a clean and iron tailcoat, leaving you stand. Try it on, it was my husband's. You stammer a weak thank you and, terrified by the monotonous and stern expression of the landlady, put on the tailcoat. Well, the 22 mirrors in the entrance all agree that you look quite dashing. I didn't notice there were a lot of mirrors. Well, not that I can see them. Bring it back to me the morning after. I don't know how to thank you, I'm moved. Miss Conti gestures you to be quiet and pushes you out of the house. Aww, she's like a tsundere. You're sure you saw a couple of tears welling up in her icy eyes. Somehow you must have reminded her of things you are not supposed to know. One moment. Okay. A small interruption. Okay. We can resume. Oh, okay. I thought we were done. Then like a cold shower. Well, the last time he wore it, he was in the coffin. I couldn't bury him with it. It's so beautiful. After 2 days, I took it off. Who knows? Maybe someday I will have to pawn it. You never know in those times. Nice. Now I have to wear a coat of a dead person. Cool. Social activities, danger. No, it was just a small discussion for placing a how it's called translator. A heater in my room. But we are not sure how many electricity it uses, so I asked to test it after the stream. Because if it uses a lot of electricity, we know the stream will shut down. You step away, trying to erase what you just heard forever. But it's difficult when you have the metaphorical equivalent of 2 ice cubes down your collar. A harbinger of certain death, if you were superstitious. Takeout has been added to your inventory. Oh, now I realize it's continua in Italian here. Maybe it's only here, that's why I didn't notice before, but here it's continua. Okay, that's nice. Let's check again on Miss Conti. Good morning, ma'am, and thank you. Mind you, just for 1 day. Okay, but okay, it's continue here. Okay. Yeah, it's only the time. Okay, we find the tailcoat. We need let's return in the desk. Yeah, we need a decent vehicle. That's not easy, actually. But we found the tailcoat. Okay, in the streets. We should go to Via Cavour. I never went there. First though, I would check in the cemetery. There are a lot of flowers in the cemetery, actually. Let's return to the bus stop. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same. Oh, but this time looking around, among the overgrown grass you find a spontaneous white lily. And that's the second one. That's it. Now, the caretaker's house, it's the same. Let's look around. Yeah, another lily. 2 more. Let's knock on the door. Better to... Ah, yeah, she lives there after all. Okay. So I can't... Okay, there's continue again here. So I can't even... Well, the flowers are to introduce myself again, after all. She doesn't seem to like the type of a woman to make a fuss about flowers, but it's always better to make a good impression. Yeah. First impression or even second one, it's important. Cemetery again. The cobblestone is heavy. It must have rained last night. Maybe also the rain was singing. With each step, the typical sound of the swamp spreads. Almost better to stay in the grass. You would like to ask Mr. Grimaldi about a girl, but no matter how hard you try to scrutinize every corner, there seems to be no trace of either of them. Let's look around, and another lily, 1 more. Approach the tombstone. The one without name. A stone with a date. October 25, 1921. No name. How morbid it would be to go around asking who is this. There are not things to do. Those are not things to do. At least your candle is still there, lit, protected by a glass cover that Grimaldi must have put on after you left. All in all, he's a good man, even though in your heart you've treated him like a madman. Odd, there's a white lily placed on this tombstone. But no, you won't touch this. It would be in a bad taste. Okay, understandable. Okay. Let's check on Monfalco again. Look around. The last lily. In the tall grass surrounding the statue, neglected for months, you find a spontaneous white lily. Curious in October. But why ask questions in the face of such beauty? We have all of them, but let's check Via Cavour for now. Via Cavour is the most central street in the town, full of small shops and businesses. The atmosphere is not bustling and hectic, but rather sleepy and grey. Nevertheless, people here live a peaceful life. We only have the mechanical shop, so let's go. Hey, look what we have here. Andrea. Hi Andrea, how it's going? The young man wipes the sweat with a dirty old stained under handkerchief. Why such a simple object has a complex name in English? Call it fazzoletto, like Italian, not handkerchief. Are you crazy? Why handkerchief? I have a cold. Please pass me an handkerchief. What do you mean? What do you need? Please give me an handkerchief. Excuse me, what? Please choose a simple name. A simpler name. Leaving a nice black streak on his forehead. He smiles, showing you the bandaged open end. Have you ever got a nice burn from the engine? No, you know I only ride the bus. And ours is pedal powered. You both laugh. Andrea checks that he's alone. His boss, old Maggiore, doesn't like his boys standing around doing nothing. However, Andrea loves to chat and has always been kind to you. He never asked for a dime to check your bike, perhaps because he never considered it a worthy vehicle, and tried not to give it any additional value. So, what's new? I don't know if what's new is correct. I might be wrong, but maybe it's more like what's the new. No, I'm not sure. I'm not expert in ways to say if there's something happening. I don't know if it's the same even in English. Nothing new. Just here to beg for a car since my boss pushed me into some aristocratic party. Darn, your life is so hard. You don't know how sorry I am to hear you like this, my friend. Yeah, tough times for everyone. Silly, but today you're out of luck. I can't procure anything like that for you. Andrea lets you take a look inside the workshop. Only a completely dismantled car. Not that I wanted a torpedo, but... What's new? Informal greeting. Okay. Yeah, I was not sure it was correct. Sorry for giving you the doubt. I'm neither I am an expert on English ways to say. Suddenly, the roar of an engine approaches and becomes so loud that interrupts you. Curious, you and Andrea go out in the square and are astonished. What the heck? Not even in your wildest fantasies could you ever have imagined something like this. A motorcycle with a sidecar is speeding towards you. The engine roars, the body sparkles, and its driver is bolder than ever. Might be like Bianca, the driver. Plot twist, Bianca is the driver. You and Andrea dart in different directions to avoid being hit. A record-breaking break. the assonance is intended, with a consequent smell of burning rubber, and the disaster narrowly avoided. They were only a few inches from crashing into the lifting ramp. Damn, buddy, have you gone crazy? Andreas falls silent, and you can't believe your eyes. Laughing like crazy. Yeah! It was Bianca! It was Bianca! Oh, I never expected it, actually. Bianca takes off her motorcycle goggles and hoods. Miss Bianca! Oh, she still has her motorcycle gear. You're not blind! I knew the game! Well, Bianca was a peculiar character, so I made that assumption, actually. But I was not really convinced. Tell me every doubt. Yeah, sure, until now, I think I openly said every doubt. Means it was well written. Yeah, you did a nice job at explaining Bianca's peculiar nature at the start. Not in depth because, well, it was just the first meeting. So the rest came after this part, I suppose. Ludovic, it's great to see you there. Yeah, for me too. I mean, well, where did you learn to ride? Well, by Jove, it's been a while since I've seen a girl like this on a beautiful steel horse. Andrea tries to keep it professional, obviously. Oh, be kind, young man. I just took it out of the stable this morning. But it makes a bit of strange noise. A sort of clack, clack, clack. Wait, let me start it up for you. Ha! Leave it there, darling. It's been years since I wanted to get my hands on a little gem like this. Let me. While Andrea brings the motorcycle into the sunlight and starts opening everything he can, Bianca approaches you. Miss, where were you yesterday? Ah, I've always been there. You didn't see me, did you? I'm sorry, but no, I looked everywhere. But I thought you had red eye due to late hour. And I certainly wouldn't have blamed you. Bianca twists her motorcycle head between her fingers, almost as if she was nervous. There's something you have to tell me, right? Oh, do you mind if we talk in a more informal way? What? I don't mind. Quite opposite, we are friends now, aren't we? Yes, we are! Oh, already friends. In a day, that's nice. Bianca jumps in place. Oh, that's adorable. Her eyes getting bigger and bigger. And she kisses you on the cheek. Quick as a cobra! Damn! She's super fast! After keeping your heart in check, kinda hard in this situation. Which was starting to jump a little too much. Please stop! Stop! Yeah, we should get a variant of the no horny. It's not horny, it's a jumping. No jumpy, I don't know. Like a bonk for the heart. No excited, I don't know. Bonk. Which was starting to jump a little too much. You decide to spill the beans and tell Bianca about the ball. Your job must be fun. A blast, but you see, seems so silly to ask you to... I accept. Silence rings between you for a moment. You two for a moment. Oh, I think... No, yeah, I think this must be... Silence rings between you two for a moment. Because between you... I don't know if it's correct. What? I accept, Baka. Do I have to pretend to be your wife? Do you have to dress up? Just invite me. What are you waiting for? If there's something you like about her, it's her pure naivety. The unpredictability of their character. Her joyful and sincere smile, no matter what's happening. She's very peculiar and I love her as a character. She will play a role in other games or comics of mine. Yeah, I love her. I still love the character. She's different. how to say, usually in test games in the 90s, you expect people with well, all people working in low grades jobs, or you expect people of the high society, so behaving in a how to say it, behaving like a noble. So it's a breath of fresh air seeing a character so positive. I somewhat air-headed and excited. That's always nice. Where does so much liveness came from, you wonder? So much zest for life? Let me check for zest. Enthusiasm, okay. She's just extraordinary. Now you have millions of thoughts about your melancholic nature. Probably just due to yourself. And the often silly and irrelevant problems you put in front of you. Bianca, for you, is an example. You try to get a lesson into your head when... Idea! Here are the keys! Tonight, bring me to the little horse, and I wait for you on the tower with a long braid. How does that sound? Magnificent? Bianca turns the corner, wrapping herself in her scarf. You stand there, frozen, with the motorcycle keys in your hand. The cinema diva. That's a really interesting character again. Damn, she frauds everyone. I changed some studies. Oh, you also did some studies. Okay, I would be pretty interested because I too started to enter in the study of character writing recently. Because before I came up with a character personality on the go. Based on the first dialogue I write on them. And that's not the right approach because the characters needs to be well, characters are a part of the story, so characters need to be fought after the story, or the opposite, depends, but they need to be linked together. So recently for the game I'm working on, I'm really thinking hard about the characteristic of the characters, because I need to find a way to make them unique. Also, being a game based around dialogues, I need to make a way to make them easy to understand or easy to distinguish their dialogue, and a way to make unique dialogue with them, and also ways to not have boring scenes with that character. For example, I was thinking about the goddess of death for my game. At the start it was I don't know the right term, but it was an adult woman, a little flirty one, like an Ara from the games, like a Onisa maybe, I don't know the right term. But later I thought it wasn't really right for the tone of the game. Also, it was too similar to another character in a way. Also, I couldn't find a lot of funny moments with that character, so I completely scrapped that personality, and I came up to a new other goddess of life. Goddess of death. So it's a work on its own, working on the characteristic of a character. As you can see, I use this kind of games to make the experience. Good character design is essential for a good narration. Yeah, because that's the point. Every story needs a character. Well, it might be a challenge to make a story without a single character, but that's another story. Every story usually, or like almost all of them, if not all of them, has at least a character. And if that character isn't well written, the story might resent, might lose something. So yeah, character development. No, one step. No, it's even more important because without the character, there is no story. If you remove the character, there is no story. So the character is the one who builds the story of the game. The characters in the complex. So they need to have a really well thought characterization. Yeah, you're right. Also, another things, a well written character remains in your head. For example, I'm pretty sure I will remember Bianca even after playing the game for a lot of time, if not forever. If I think about an old game I played, one of the first things that came to mind are, well, some characters, because it was so impressive that I still remember them. My goal is to make you love her because she is not a classic boring shy girl. Yeah, that really works. That works really well. Did you also thought about the character of the protagonist? Because I can see the protagonist through his thoughts. So, but being less crazy than the other girl, you need to take more time to understand the characterization. Oh. You know, she seems familiar, says Andrea. A friend of yours? I think so. Andrea tries to rack his brain, but nothing comes to him. Nevertheless, you reassure him, pointing to a bag of money that Bianca left in the sidecar. I was already excited about this beauty. Imagine now. Let's just hope the old man doesn't come to ruin everything. Time passes. When everything is in order, you mount the little horse, give it a kick and head towards the cemetery. At a speed allowed by current safety regulations, I like that reckless one. Okay, always drive respectfully, please. All is silent. Perhaps it's better to knock on her door to let her know. Even though, for heaven's sake, the engine of this beast would wake the dead. Well, in that case, you don't need to bring it near the cemetery, you know. The road continues straight ahead towards Monfalco. A few dozen meters ahead, you glimpse the first houses grey from soot. On one side, it's the same. Okay, it's the same, never mind. To the cemetery. Let's go. Let's first save. Here. Not here. The caretaker's house. The house is made in I read it. Look around and let's knock with the flowers. You knock on the door. You knock again. No answer. The story is starting to annoy you. She is so unpredictable, right? Where is she now? On the roof. I'm here! Her vibrant and irresistible voice grabs your attention to the street. Bianca is leaning against the motorcycle, gazing at it dreamily. Bianca! Thanks for this favor, so when do we leave? A few hours later. Having taken care of Pepe, you arrive at Grimaldi's house. You even managed to sneak a drop of perfume from Ettore. The tailcoat fits comfortably enough, but considering the season, You've covered up with a coat. You try to push aside the photo that you're wearing a tailcoat that has been on a corpse for 2 days. Bianca looks simply magnificent. A soft dress, a simple bed necklace? What's a bed necklace? Bed. Ah, made, I guess a necklace made with little pearls. I think so. And her hair wavered than usual, under an elegant bell-shaped hat. From her enthusiasm, you think it must have been a while since she had some fun. So, where are you taking me? She yells to overpower the roar of the engine. Meanwhile, she leans down to light a cigarette. Everyone is smoking now. We are going to the city! Dan, I thought you were one of those country girls, all shirt and scarf. As a child, I did dance theater. They told me I played any role well. Even the countryman suits me well. She extends the cigarette to you. Take a puff. I think it's you take a puff. Okay, because in Italian you don't need the subject. But in the translation, yeah, it might misunderstand. True, and tell me, do you get along with Grimaldi? Bianca burst into an unintentional, slightly unsettling laugh. Damn, no! No? He's a strange guy, very demanding. He always sends me here, there's always a problem. He has a wooden leg, you know? We have to clean his stump every night. The stubborn head insists on walking on its own, and the shoelaces ruin his skin. That's a good one. I'm serious, and he's crazy about spelt biscuits. Quite a sadness. True, but he's a good man. Sure, he's nuts, and when he smiles, it gives you the cheese, but damn, at least he's not a disgusting pig like all the others. She changed her tone. The sky is getting cloudy. You accelerate. You should arrive in about 10 minutes. The twilight air is starting to get cold. The world is full of pigs, I suppose. Yeah, that's actually not a bad thing. You gather some pigs in a fence, and then you slay them for free ham. No, sorry, I was thinking about Minecraft. You have no idea. You're not one of them, right? Bianca extinguishes the cigarette on the glass and tosses it into the wind. You did what? That's not good for the environment, you know. No, I'm a journalist. I only see women through a camera lens. Look but don't touch. A nice contract, is it? But sorry, I shouldn't say those things to you. I actually like honesty. I can see that. Apparently I'm becoming more shameless just by being around you. Hey! She hits you with her purse. A purse, well, looks like a sack of feathers. A cul-de-sac! Yeah, if those are the feathers of the bottom of a bird, it's really a cul-de-sac, is it? You wouldn't be surprised to find it hanging from a shaman's staff, and you believed that she was a demure country girl. Okay, what's demure? Okay, a simple country girl? Maybe. The Contessa Palace is crowded with people. You park the motorcycle closer to the road to avoid attracting too much attention. You help Bianca out, adjusting your dress. Okay, you said you can act. I I'm Miss Marchisio. Nice to meet you. Oh no, he's my husband, right? May God be with us. You head towards the entrance. Bianca clings to your arm. She's elegant, fragrant and beautiful. When she's silent, she seems like an angel. Only when she's silent. It starts drizzling. This is not what you needed. Hoping it will pass soon, you notice people around you starting to quicken their pace. Navigating through luxury cars and magnificent glass sculptures. The engine roars. You stay silent, racing through the trees of the neighborhood. The rain becomes more insistent, and the leather pilot's head she lent you, or her elegant bell-shaped headdress, are all of little use. Bianca keeps her eyes wide open ahead, searching for words. Tell me again how we got kicked out. Tomorrow, I will have to explain it to my paycheck. Oh? They already got kicked out, huh? I'm Miss Marchisio. Nice to meet you. Oh no, you're my husband. It's not funny anymore. Ah, okay, now I get it. They were kicked out because of this phrase. Maybe. Oh yes, it is. Bianca tries to downplay it with little conviction. She's not really trying. Her tone is flat and appalled. Okay, I'm sorry, alright? Yeah. Couldn't they tell me there was an alcohol in that green stuff before? I didn't want to spit on Mr. I'm important, don't talk to me shoes. And they could have at least accepted the apologies. Okay, that's the reason. That's the reason. You mean the orchestra after you slipped on the drum? It's already a mercy that you don't have a scratch. Bianca pouts. I love pouting. And then I didn't know that the fountain was full of rainbow pineapple parrot fish. Pineapple what? Oh, that's the papana gas. Oh. You don't want to not put the papagananas in your game, right? Oh. I love inside jokes. Also, stays really well in this phrase, actually. You found a perfect way to put an inside joke in a game, actually. Because seemed like before, seemed like a random rambling. Mr. I'm important, don't talk to Miss Shoes. This seems the same, but instead of random rambling, it's as inside joke. That's a pretty smart way to put an inside joke here. Was full of rainbow pineapple parrotfish from Polynesia at 25,000 lire each. She complains, moving her fingers as if imitating quotation marks. Fine, I lent out 5 or 6, but then they took them back. Dead. Of course, they slipped their keys. If they had stayed still and good, they would have saved them. At least they will have a barbecue for 1,000,000 lire. Good for them. I'm grateful. Good heavens. And thanks for pulling me out of the fountain anyways. I'm still wet. She comments sarcastically. I was far away, and by the time I saw that you weren't short of disgusting... I'm not sure if this is correct. By the way... I think that might be correct. Maybe not the best readable form. I guess it's something of the sort. By the way, I saw that there weren't... no. I saw that... I don't know the right way. I think it's right, but maybe not the best readable form again. I saw that you weren't short of disgusting pigs around. Yeah, I think it's right. I think it's right. And they were good nights for once. Bianca makes a loud raspberry. Makes a loud raspberry. What? Wait a moment. Raspberry is... What do you mean? Ah, okay, raspberry it's not only a fruit, but it's also I don't know the way to call it. Well, the things that kids do with their tongue. So the I forgot about that actually. Maybe I need some true English speaker option there. Well, Zoro isn't really an expert one. You should ask him. He would be pretty happy to translate the papaganas. Informal, contemptuous mouth noise. Okay, that's a nice way to put it. Bianca makes a loud raspberry and huddles in your coat. She's really soaked and will probably catch a cold, and to make matters worse, it's raining harder. Anyway, it's your boss' fault. That fake invitation melted right away in the water. What kind of paper did he use? You turn off the engine. The rain is becoming torrential, and the streets are dangerous. Fortunately, you have arrived home. It's pitch dark. The clouds even cover the moon, and it's 1 in the morning. Certainly, the worst date of your life. Depends. If it's the only one, it's also the best one. But Bianca doesn't seem to share the same opinion. She smiles. She's over it. Why do you look like that? Did we have fun? All in all, yes. Ludovico, I haven't had this much fun in a long time. She yells cheerfully. You burst out laughing like kids, and Bianca hugs you around the neck, planting a proper kiss on you. Probably tomorrow you will have to come back here to look for your heart, because it jumped out of your throat. Stay quiet, heart. Bonk. Those old stuffed shirt with crooked noses. What the hell do they know about fun? You know what we needed? A bit of jazz. So let's dance now. Yeah, the rain is singing and we dance. In the throes of euphoria, you grab her and twirl her around in the Charleston step. Bianca lets out a delighted scream of surprise and follows you on the steps. Can you hear now how the rain sings? Title drop! There's the title drop! No, but the title drop should have been Can you hear now the Pepe's Bizarre Adventures? That's more like it. Ah, Charleston is a Jets dance. Okay, thanks. The next day. You wake up, still in your damp clothes. You cough. Driving in the rain for an hour without a coat will kill you soon. Of course, you couldn't let Bianca freeze. You covered her immediately before leaving, and she had weakly thanked you, still in shock for everything she had managed to do. But that coat was also your excuse to see her again. Maybe you don't need an excuse. Can you say that you fell in love? Maybe yes, maybe not. It's never a simple thing. Well, with her I think you could. I think she doesn't have a problem with someone Even if she doesn't feel the same, I think you can be pretty open to her. It's never a simple thing. You're not completely inexperienced, and you know how you have to be very careful with feelings. At the Lebdomadario, you wrote so many love stories gone wrong that you've become accustomed to it. You've exhausted all possible scenarios. Just by spending 2 days with Bianca, you've recognized at least 10 love dynamics that in the editorial catalog you've already sorted out with plenty of pins and bookmarks. Damn, what a nice job you have! Pepe barks happily and jumps on you. It's time to go out. Yes, it's already noon, and you promised Bianca to come back to her. Not just out of curiosity, even though you can't wait to see her again and ask her if she caught a cold, but because she insisted on washing and ironing your coat. Maybe she feels a bit in debt after the night of madness, before going to bed and disappearing into the back of the caretaker's house. She had changed back into the clothes of a maid and housewife. A good coffee, perhaps, and then off you go. Even Pepe will have a nice run. Pepe loves Sundays. Okay, we are home again. I think we are near the ending. Is it different? You look at dishes hanging in the kitchen corner that are succumbing to rust. The basket full of wood for the stove has become a home for cobwebs. Play with Pepe. Pepe is your anchor. Dogs are always happy because they have no idea what they're doing. You were happy yesterday because, in the same way, you let yourself be carried away by events. The desk? Retrieve the coat from Bianca. That's pretty simple. Let's see the window. There's a brisk breeze, and the cemetery is peaceful. Yesterday's torrential rain cleaned the streets, but there's a terrible swamp in the fields around. Let's... Oh, that's different. You're convinced to find in the mirror the usual pale, gaunt face, with light eyes lost in a world that doesn't belong to it. Is it really you? Weren't you happy until yesterday? The mailbox. Okay, thanks. Let's wash my face. There's something strange. The water is coming out slowly and intermittently. Again? Maybe because the rain. Let's go down. No one in sight. Not even Miss Conti sweeping. Her precious tailcoat is soaking wet in the bathroom's basket. You think it's acceptable to let her pick it up herself. She will come by later, as always. I can't even go in her room. Let's go to the mailbox. It seems to be just an advertising flyer. You read it quickly. Amaro RPG2S, this classic brand of vermouth, since 1835. I'm not an expert in wines, but this seems one of the best. Amaro RPG2S. The shrine. The little Madonna observes you with compassion. There's something in her pupilless gaze that leaves you perplexed. And we can leave. The continuous noise from the sewers fills the air from the manholes. Okay, it's the same. Let's go to the bar right for a moment. Ah, the bar is closed. How can I do without my daily coffee? Piacavur? Okay, I can't. Let's go to the cemetery. You walk slowly towards Grimaldi's house. Pepe trots ahead of you. The motorcycle is gone. Is that a bad sign? Let's go to the bus stop, I'm curious. Silence reigns supreme, but Iron Clock is working! Well done, Mayor! Nice character development for the mayor. Cemetery? Gate is open, but cemetery is deserted. Let's go. To Bianca. The entire gate shakes under your blows, although they're not very strong. No one answers. Bianca, it's Ludovico! You knock again. You've knocked on this gate more times than the last six postmen who covered this area. Oh, for heaven's sake! It's starting to get ridiculous. The perpetually empty house echoes. You feel like you hear a distant voice. You wait just a moment and someone opens the door. Someone you never meet before. Who is this guy? Wait. And if what if Bianca was... That's the legend! That's the legend, right? Right. Bianca is the dead person on the grave. Oh no. Who are you? What do you want? A man in his 60s look at you with a confused expression. Unkempt beard, a pungent smell of wine, two clear and sad eyes. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm looking for Bianca, the waitress, but who are you? The man takes on an incredulous and furious expression. I apologize, I came to get my coat. Bianca is dead! She died last year! Stop coming to look for her, you students! I said I don't want to be disturbed! Get the hell out, you and your friends! The old man slams the door violently. You can hear him crying softly. He was clearly drunk. Pigs! All disgusting pigs! Center. You hear him cursing. You walk away, bewildered and frightened. That man is out of his mind. Now you're furious with Bianca. Another dumb prank. That's way worse than that. Also, just to note, yeah, there is the center isn't centering. I don't know why. Maybe there wasn't the first center. Maybe you missed the first center here. Pepe whines with joy and rushes toward the cemetery. Well, might as well follow. You hurry after him. But he's too fast. Yes, that dog should do competitions. Pepe stops at a nameless tombstone. And nearby... Bianca, what are you doing there? Are you okay? Bianca is lying on the grass. The white dress is stained with blood on her abdomen. A gruesome sight that almost makes you faint. Her legs are spread, blood flowing from under the long, dirty skirt. And she smiles at you. In her hand, she holds a bunch of lilies, yours, and brings them to her nose delicately. You're out of breath. What is... Sorry for making you wait. Your coat is... Bianca points to the nameless tombstone. The coat is there, neatly folded and clean. You're dreaming. Bianca, what are you... I'm sorry. You feel dizzy. Pepe, that's not the right moment. Pepe growls, leaps onto the tombstone and sniffs the surrounding ground, drawing all the attention to himself. Suddenly he grabs something. Again a bone. Maybe the same from that night? Impossible. Wait! Did it happen because Pepe took the bone of Bianca? Maybe the same from that night? Impossible to tell. But Pepe seems to have a real obsession. He gnashes his teeth and brings that human bone to your feet, hoping to play. Not even he seems distant and unfamiliar. You shiver persistently. Pepe insists and bites the bone with more vigor. Ouch! She screams, bringing her hands to her ankles. The more the situation progresses, the more emotions leave you. Surprised, angry, very, very confused. Yet, those emotions feel distant. You're becoming more apathetic, more and more calm, without a real reason. Alright, that's enough. Grimaldi, what are you doing there? Grimaldi's voice makes you turn instantly. His imposing figure, the wide-brimmed hat, the cramped coat, dirt with soil, greasy grey hair, and his mastiff-like teeth. He extends a hand covered with a winter glove. In the other hand, you notice, he holds a candle. The candle. The one from your vote. I did what, excuse me? The atmosphere is unreal. You're walking in silence in an ocean of candles of all kinds. A famous German director has portrayed men's lives like this. Just last year, he nailed it. What does German director mean? Maybe he's talking about a painting, about a similar panorama. Some people are truly genius and they will never know until they move on the afterlife. Grimaldi walks briskly, albeit limping a bit. By your side is Pepe, hopping back and forth. Bianca is no longer in sight. But the pain can't grasp you. You feel it, almost desire it. But your heart can't embrace any emotion too strong. A reference to a Fritz Lang movie. The Ocean of Candles, I suppose? Who portrays the death train as an ocean of candles. Ah, okay, thanks, I didn't know it. Apathetic like a shadow. Maybe over there, you think, there's a bar with plenty of alcohol to make up for this inconvenience. The silence is annoying. Even your steps are totally devoid of sound. Grimaldi stops and raises his hand. Do you have something to say? Yes, just why? I don't know. Try asking. They have good lawyers up there. Grimaldi shows you the candle. It wasn't that long after all. Maybe it was an accident, but you would have lived a little longer anyway. Well, at least I have Pepe. Yes, you have. Who knows, maybe I will find her too. Grimaldi chuckles, bringing the candle even closer to your lips. What do you think I am? A dating agency? Blow the candle. Goodbye. Bianca. That's the end! Okay, that's a nice way to end the game, with a symbolic action. Yeah, ending games also is another different problem, because you don't never know when to place the word end. You need to make a strong action like this one, and works pretty well. Thanks for accompanying Ludovico in his journey. That's a really sweet game. I loved it. I also loved Waldorf Week, sorry. Now I can't scream Waldorf Week. I really loved reading all through the story. It's sort of relaxing, staying here, reading everything. Seeing a story unfold, make some choices, finding some inside jokes around there. I'm always up to play some other text-based game. Really, if I had the occasion, I might even... No, I don't think so, but I don't know. I might even think about playing how it's called, the English books with choices, but I don't think so. I always love reading in streams, even if I don't know how much seems interesting. No, but I think I by myself enjoy it. But I think even people might enjoy it if, like, they are lurking. They don't even need to watch the stream after all. So maybe that could be a nice compromise. You need the perfect music. Well, it wasn't that hard. I looked up for ambience music with rain. I think it wasn't that hard coming with that search. And you checked everything. Yeah, because I always love exploring before continuing the story, after all. So, because in games I always explore. And there's still exploring there. And again, this game made me want to try making a, I don't know, for the next contest, I might try a text-based game. Maybe I might try some, not this kind of game, maybe. Even a visual novel. I was thinking about making one. I could find some base asset on the internet and that's it. Because the main problem for making a game for a gem is the graphics. So the better idea is to or find them online or make it yourself, but takes a lot of time. You should try even with RPG Maker. Yeah, you're right. But I think it might be a nice occasion to try out some other engines after all. Well, now we got the true title. That's it. Sorry, never mind. Now that we also fixed the title, we can end the stream. Remembers my attempt of Wilderness Must Fall. Difficult to add choices with variables or not. I saw there is a plugin for that, where you can edit which choices appear if you have a certain switch open. So I think there are ways. I don't know, I might try with RPG Maker or try other engines after all. Okay, thanks a lot Louis for making this game, I really enjoyed it. I will surely play the first stream I can whenever you make a game. Whenever everyone in the Para server makes a game, actually. I'm always here to play everything and enjoying it. So, for now, who can I raid? There aren't a lot of people. Let's go again to Miridae, which is playing Their Escape. And we done everything. I fixed a lot of things. Well, yeah, it was also some sort of beta quick testing after release. Yeah, only one thing it's pretty unfortunate for streaming is I can't really test games because I really want to keep the first experience in stream. But that's the only problem, really. Still, I might have wanted to give some tips for the testing, but I'm still always open on Discord for discussing the design. Pandov completed his hair drawing. Okay, I will update you later on Discord. For now, let's end the stream and make a raid. Thanks again another time for watching, and we will see ya as the rain sings.